My mom gave 3 strangers her house key to rob my dad, then missed their 35th anniversary dinner to comfort her affair partner. When my dad cried, "Honey, I've loved you every single day for 35 years. How is that not enough?" She flinched, checked her phone, and said, "Jerry was helping me get better." I stayed silent. That was 1 year ago. This morning, she slipped her wedding ring back on and asked me if I'd help her remember how to quilt. My mom was this incredible psychiatric nurse for 20 years, always bringing home stories about helping people break through and find hope. Dad worshipped the ground she walked on, and honestly, they were that couple that made everyone else feel single, even after 35 years of marriage. Still held hands everywhere, still had their weekly date nights, still left each other little notes. So when Mom started talking about this patient Jerry, we didn't think anything of it. She'd mentioned him at Sunday dinners, saying he was brilliant but misunderstood, just a really great person who'd been dealt a terrible hand in life. Jerry was 30 with antisocial personality disorder and had been on Mom's unit. After he got discharged, she mentioned she'd dropped off some groceries for him since he had no family support. My sister, the family social worker, was the only one with enough balls to tell Mom that she was crossing professional boundaries, but Mom shot back that someone needed to believe in Jerry. Dad backed her up, of course, saying, "If it fulfills you, honey, then I support you." Classic dad, always choosing Mom's happiness. That's when stuff got weird. Mom admitted she'd lent Jerry money, just a few hundred for rent. Then she started lying about book club when she was really at Jerry's apartment. Our phone started ringing at all hours, and when Dad picked up, there'd just be breathing, then a hang up. The anniversary dinner was what broke my heart. 35 years together, and Mom missed it because Jerry was having a crisis. Dad waited at the restaurant for 2 hours like she might still show up. He came home to find $30,000 missing from their retirement account. We staged an intervention that went about as well as you'd expect. Mom sat there stone-faced while we begged her to see reason, but Jerry had completely poisoned her mind. She kept saying we didn't appreciate her sacrifices and that Jerry understood her in ways we never could. Dad finally broke down and said, "Honey, I've loved you every single day for 35 years. How is that not enough?" 2 days later, she was gone, packed everything while Dad was at work, and left a note saying she was moving in with Jerry to help him heal. Dad literally offered to let Jerry live in our garage if Mom would stay. She left anyway. I went no contact with her because watching my dad fall apart was culling me, and I hated her for it. He kept her coffee mug on the table and wouldn't let anyone touch her side of the closet. Exactly 1 year later, Mom texted me. Dad called me sobbing with relief, and we set up a dinner at Olive Garden because it was always Mom's favorite. When she showed up, Jerry dropped her off but stayed in the car watching. Mom looked like a stranger, skinny and jumpy, wearing these designer clothes that weren't her at all. She cried and apologized, saying she'd been in therapy, but when Dad reached for her hand, she literally flinched before forcing herself to let him hold it. The entire meal she kept checking her phone and staring out at Jerry in the parking lot. She mentioned he was her caregiver now because she'd been having memory issues. Dad immediately offered to take her to appointments, but she shut that down real quick. Jerry must have texted her 20 times during dinner, and finally he just walked into the restaurant. Mom jumped up so fast she knocked everything over and basically ran out saying, "I'll be in touch." 3 days later at 6 a.m., my phone rings. Mom's whispering and I can barely hear her. She's locked in a gas station bathroom and Jerry thinks she's buying cigarettes. Then she drops the bomb. She's not sick. Jerry has been drugging her to fake symptoms. He's been forcing her to reconnect with family and friends so his crew can rob them. Mom's co-workers got hit and one ended up hospitalized for fighting back. My aunt lost $50,000 in jewelry. Church friends cleaned out. My uncle was robbed last week. Then she tells me why she's really calling. They're coming for Dad tonight at 8. Jerry told his crew Dad has $100,000 cash from selling Grandpa's business, and if they don't find it, they'll hurt him until he tells them where it is. She's sobbing, saying he has videos of me. That's why I can't leave, but I couldn't let them hurt your father. I still love him. I've always loved him. She warned me not to call the police, saying they'd only warn him, but wouldn't stop him. Then I heard banging and Jerry yelling and the line went dead. I only had a few hours and couldn't call the cops. Instead, I called my sister and we rushed to Dad's house. He wouldn't believe it at first and kept saying she wouldn't do that to me. We begged him to pack up and leave, but he refused, asking, "What if she comes home?" By 7, we'd moved what valuables we could and set up cameras, but Dad was still in denial. Then at 7:30, Mom texted him a heart emoji saying, "Thinking of you." Dad stared at his